Hello, welcome. Thank you for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. This is a special edition of Streams of Dreams Live. This is the pre-Hurricane Milton edition. I am overlooking one of the retention ponds. I just wanted to give all my viewers a view of what the retention ponds look like before Hurricane Milton. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And let me know if the orientation of the camera is correct, or do I need to orient the camera a different way? I'm trying to set it up in landscape mode so you can see this on your TV screen. Thank you for liking and thank you for subscribing. I will wait a little while until a few more people join. Let me know in the comments below if you can hear me and if you can see. And if you're watching on a television at home, let me know if I have the camera orientation correct. I would appreciate it. Let me know how everybody's doing. How are y'all doing? Also, let me know where you're from. I do appreciate that as well. I am walking on a golf cart path here. I'm in the Villages, Florida. How are y'all doing today? Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for joining my live stream tonight. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments below. I would appreciate it. Let me know if the camera is oriented horizontally and in landscape mode. Give me a comment. I am in the Villages. This is a pre-Hurricane Milton live stream. Thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up. You can see the camera angle is landscape mode. You can hear and see clearly. Let me know in the comments below. Do you see the bird over there on the other side of the retention pond? Last time I did a live from here, there was a hawk that was sitting on the top of the tree over there. Now I have 2 thumbs up. Thank you. I do appreciate it. All messages are available. Thank you for liking my videos and subscribing. I did release a video a few hours ago of what is going on in the Villages. Today is Monday, the Monday before Hurricane Milton. Thank you, Cheryl Lancaster. So the screen is oriented landscape mode. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I hope you saw my video today. I made a video. I was driving around the Villages in my car today. And I made a video. I went to the grocery store, the Publix grocery store. And I wanted to see what items were out of stock in the grocery store. And guess what? I found the water was low. There was a few cases of water left, not much. The toilet paper was low. The meat counter was kind of low. That's what I found out on the video today. You can check it out. I'm getting a lot of views on that video. This is a retention pond, and one of the reasons why I wanted to video this and do a live stream was I wanted to do a before and after of some of these retention ponds. This is prior to Hurricane Milton. I want to see how high the water level gets. You can see how high the water level got. Right there is the edge. That was from Hurricane Helene. So I kind of want to document how high the water levels get. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Yes, is everyone worried about the storm? Yeah, everybody is. If you look at the video, you'll see all the villagers were in the grocery stores today buying water and toilet paper, basically, is what they're buying. Pretty much buying everything. I did go to the gas station, and some of the gas station pumps were out of service. I think they were out of gas. Yeah, it's a big deal. People are worried about it. They say that it might make landfall in Tampa, in the Tampa area. Oh, thank you, Christine. You're welcome. I appreciate it. That's kind of why I'm doing this YouTube channel. I kind of want to do things differently than some of the other YouTubers in the villages. I call them studio YouTubers. They make their videos in their bedrooms and in their living rooms. I kind of want to get out and about and kind of make people feel like they are living here. And I'm also too lazy to edit my videos. So I shoot videos, I do some minor editing, and then I upload them. That's probably the main reason why I do this type of content. But I do appreciate it. I do have a video right now. I released it a few hours ago. Pre-Hurricane Milton video. I hope you enjoy it. You know, I was driving this golf cart path the other day. I hear people screaming up here. Let's see what the screaming is about. This is a golf cart path. This is Belvedere Boulevard in Buena Vista. You're welcome, Cheryl Lancaster. We shop before every storm the same way. Believe it or not, I did not go shopping. I have 2 cases of water in my garage at all times. And believe it or not, I bought those 2 cases of water 2 years ago when I first moved to the villages. You can see they already have, oh, maybe not. Why do they have that gate open? This is the guard shack on Belvedere Boulevard going into the village of Ashland and Bonnybrook. So these roundabouts are interesting here in the villages. And if you look on the other side of the roundabout, it's hard to see. You'll see them watering the lawns. On the other side of the roundabout, they are watering the lawns. They've been watering these common areas pretty much all day long, yesterday as well. And they are trying to lower the retention pond levels. This is the corner of Buena Vista Boulevard and Belvedere Boulevard. I was going to try to walk down this golf cart path, or should I say multimodal path, to show you them watering Oh yeah, up here. If I keep walking, you'll see they're watering the common areas up there. On Buena Vista Boulevard, they're lowering the retention ponds as we speak. I also did a video yesterday talking about they closed the golf courses yesterday. They closed a lot of golf courses yesterday. And they closed them so they could water them and lower the retention ponds. This is a live stream walk and talk today. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will just keep walking and talking. I also did a video this week about whether the golf cart paths should have stripes on them or reflectors or none of the above. I hope you caught that video. There's a lot of villagers that want stripes on these golf cart paths, and I don't know if it's a good idea because it costs a lot of money to maintain them stripes. I think reflectors, if you're going to do anything, put reflectors down. I think it'll be. Christine, the storm is called Good Evening from Daytona Beach, Pepsi. The storm is going to be hitting Florida, or actually in the Villages on Wednesday and Thursday. It's called Hurricane Milton. Here they are watering the common areas of the golf cart path. Here they're watering, and they've been watering different areas all day long. How many years, Cheryl is asking? I lived here since April of 2022. So it's about 2.5 years. So here they have they're watering the common areas to lower the retention ponds, and then the water goes here, and it goes all the way down the golf cart path, and it might end up back in that retention pond over there. Oh, I'm just being silly. Hello, Tim, moving down in 2 weeks. Yes, you're moving down. You're moving down from Wisconsin, right? None. Hide all the chat messages. No top chat. I don't understand why I don't see these chat messages staying in my chat box, but the chats flash in front of me and then they disappear. So here you have it, live stream. Yes, from Sheboygan. Hey, Tammy. I went to the University of Wisconsin, Sheboygan County Extension for my first 2 years of college. I am a wombat, a former wombat. The mascot of UW Center, Sheboygan County, is the wombat. It is a marsupial. That means it has a pouch, kind of like a kangaroo. Did you know that? I actually worked in Sheboygan. Emmers, where is that located? What street? I frequented several bars in the Sheboygan area. That was my hangout in first 2 years of college with Sheboygan. You sold it, and Emmers sounds familiar, but I can't remember where it is. Emmers Tap, it does sound familiar. What street was that on in Sheboygan? It sounds familiar. I probably was there when I was in college. Unless it wasn't. I was in Sheboygan in college in the early 80s. 1982, 1983, I went to UW Center, Sheboygan County. South 14th Street in Penn. Yes, I know where that is. Yep. South 14th and Penn. There was also an establishment called, was it Four of a Kind? Was there a bar called Four of a Kind? That was on Indiana Avenue, I think. Here's more watering of the common areas. Old Eagles Club on South 15th in Maryland. Interesting. I used to play intramural basketball for Four of a Kind. Three of a Kind. New owners now, really. Yeah, when I went to UW Center Sheboygan, I played intramural basketball. It was a bar league for Four of a Kind, I think it was called back then. Now it's called Three of a Kind. Me and my college buddies, they tore down our bar on the 14th to wind the road. Really? South 14th and Pennsylvania Avenue. Yeah, I know where that is. Sheboygan's my old stomping grounds. I grew up in Manitowoc County, and Sheboygan was the nearest large city to where I live. I grew up in a small farm community of 2,764 people when I was there, back in the early 80s. And Sheboygan was the closest town that had a mall. You could buy things. The city I grew up didn't really have anything. So we had to drive 25 miles to Sheboygan to do any type of shopping. So I went to college there the first 2 years. Manitowoc, yep. And then I transferred over to UW Oshkosh. That's where I finished my Bachelor's of Business Administration degree. UW Oshkosh Titans. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate it. Here they're working on hoping to retire there in a few years. My husband and his cousin are there right now. They're there now. They're going to be hit by a hurricane on Wednesday. Sounds like Wednesday afternoon is when the hurricane is going to be affecting the villages. What you see here is they are renovating Arnold. I hope the hurricane isn't so bad. I think it's going to be pretty bad. My gut is telling me this is going to be a pretty bad hurricane. Depending on the track of the hurricane, if that thing tracks a little bit north like they think, the eye of the hurricane might come very close, if not over the villages. They are renovating Arnold Palmer Golf Course. That's why you see that mound of sand there. Arnold Palmer Golf Course is closed. It's been closed for, I don't know, 6 months or so already. Tell them this could be a big one. They're saying it could be almost the size of Irma. And if you look in the history books, Hurricane Irma hit the villages, I think, in 2017. Are you prepared for power outages? No, not really. I have a neighbor checking on my new house. He will send me pictures. No, not really. I'm not really prepared for power outages because they rarely happen in the villages. Rarely happen. But back in 2017, when Hurricane Irma hit the villages, I heard that they did have some power outages here. And this hurricane could be as severe as Hurricane Irma back in 2017. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, to be honest with you. Most of the time, these hurricanes come through here. I'm not too nervous about them. They rarely are as powerful as this one, and they rarely are on track to come over the villages. But this one here is huge. It is on the size of the Hurricane Irma of 2017. No, I don't think they're leaving the villages. I haven't really seen anybody leaving the villages. They do a lot of their stormwater management system here is really good. And I think there's a lot of people here that are people leaving? You're welcome, Michael. There are a lot of people here that are really confident of the stormwater management system and the power grid and things like that. I'm not sure, it might be a false sense of security, I don't know. But I was reading some history about Hurricane Irma and how it impacted the villages in 2017. And this one is going to be about as strong as Hurricane Irma. And there were areas in the villages. I'm now apprehensive about living in Florida with these hurricanes getting worse every year. Yeah, Cheryl, the thing of it is this is going to be maybe my 8th hurricane in 2 years, something like that. And so far, the first 7 of them have not been that bad at all. They've been just kind of windstorms, really. But every once in a while, you're going to get a big one like this one. I think this is going to be a big one. They forecast the winds in the villages to be somewhere around 70 miles an hour. And of all the hurricanes I've lived through so far, none of them have come close to 70 mile an hour winds. And this one, they're predicting 70 mile an hour winds. And I look back, Hurricane Irma back in 2017, it had 70 to 80 mile an hour winds. Lots of rain. They're predicting 10 or 12 inches of rain. And the prior hurricanes I lived through didn't have that much rain. And the winds were less than 50 miles an hour. Yeah, the winds are going to be a lot worse on this hurricane. I think it's going to make landfall near Tampa as a Category 3 hurricane. I think the previous hurricanes were making landfall at Category 1, Category 2. And by the time they got to the villages, they were tropical storms. This one is going to be... Yes, Cheryl Lancaster, that's true. Some parts of the state are going to get 80 to 100 mile an hour winds. Wherever that hurricane comes ashore, those people are going to experience 80 or 100 mile an hour winds. And by the time it gets to the villages, they think we're going to get 70 mile an hour winds here. That's what concerns me. This is going to be very similar to Hurricane Irma. We had a lot of rain with Hurricane Irma. The historic side of the villages was flooded. Some parts of that historic side, over on the east side of US 441, look back on the pictures, do a Google search, you will see the historic side. Some areas were flooded during Hurricane Irma. And you'll also see pictures of the golf courses. A lot of golf courses were underwater as well during Hurricane Irma. I think we're going to see that again. We're supposed to get a lot of rain from this hurricane. We're going to get a lot of winds. It depends on the path of the storm. Yes, Tammy. My insurance company too. I'm getting emails and text messages. I got a text message yesterday from my home insurance company saying, be prepared for the storm. Today I got a text message from my internet company, Infinity Internet. They texted me and said, hey, there's a storm coming. You may lose service due to power outages. I also got a text message from Seco Energy. That's the energy company here in Florida that supplies the power. They're also saying, prepare for the hurricane. You might experience power outages. But those are typical emails and text messages that I get from my carriers. Yeah, Seco, you got no flood insurance? I don't have flood insurance. Flood insurance is actually a very expensive adder here in Florida. But if I lived on the historic side of the villages, I probably would buy flood insurance. For sure, if I lived on the historic side. I think they have more issues over there as a result of Hurricane Irma. But they did make some improvements. I was reading an article since Hurricane Irma. I think they're better prepared. I was surprised how cheap my insurance was. Well, my insurance is not that cheap for my home. It was when I first bought it 2 years ago, but my home insurance almost doubled since I've been here. All I know is that it's 2.5 times what I paid in Wisconsin. Really, Tammy? Mine isn't. Mine is like $1,500. You went with the villages. Stephanie, it depends on the home. I pay about $1,500 per year for my insurance. When I moved here, my first insurance policy was like $950. And it went up to like $1,500. MSI insurance. Maybe next year I will have them give me a quote. I'm not sure that some of these insurance companies may give you low quotes at first, and then in year number 2, yeah, State Farm over 15. I'm just afraid that in year number 2, they're going to double your insurance because they just want to give you a low quote to get you in as a customer. Because they know that once they get you as a customer, it's hard, or it's going to be difficult for you to switch insurance if they double your insurance premium. So they might be just giving you a lower premium this year so they can get you in as a customer, and then next year. But I don't know. We will find out. All I know is that insurance is harder and harder to come by. Even auto insurance is expensive here compared to Wisconsin. The auto insurance here in Florida is getting ridiculous as well. So the things that you hear and see on TV about homeowners and auto insurances in Florida are pretty much true. It's getting costly to live in Florida from a homeowners and auto insurance perspective, for sure. That is for sure, it is. It's getting more costly. We need to find an agent. I wish I could read these comments. Wish they would stay on my screen. Yeah, I think it's one of those things you're going to have to shop your home insurance and car insurance around every year to find an insurance company that's reasonable. But if you jump around and buy insurance every year, then you'll find insurance companies won't want to insure you. They want to see that you're loyal, and they want you to stay with them for a few years. So it is kind of a delicate play, is buying insurance in Florida. Yeah, is it outrageous everywhere? Yeah, it might be. That's true, it might be, because we did have a pandemic and everything went crazy. So maybe I'm just comparing these rates down here to what I'm used to in Wisconsin prior to the pandemic. Tomorrow afternoon, Tom, we use Progressive in Wisconsin. It went up in price too. I have Progressive for my auto insurance. Hi, man. Thanks for all the content. You're welcome. I appreciate it. You can call me Tim. My name is Tim. Mr. Dreams. You can call me Tim. Thanks for joining. Thank you for subscribing. I did release a video earlier today. It's getting a lot of views. about the hurricane. No, I am not going to live stream tomorrow. I'm going to have surgery tomorrow. I'm going to be out of pocket for a few days. Believe it or not, I'm going in for surgery the day before a major hurricane. Do you believe that? I'm not sure that's the best thing for me to do. But it was been scheduled for a while, and I'm not going to cancel it. But if I didn't have surgery, I would be doing a live stream probably every day of the hurricane. It depends on how I feel after my surgery. If I feel good enough, I might go live. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. I appreciate it. So now you know where I'm at. Here's the golf cart tunnel that leads under Belvedere Boulevard. Well, the hurricane really isn't supposed to affect us until really Wednesday afternoon. And my surgery is tomorrow, is Tuesday, so it's really the day before the hurricane. We'll have a little bit of rain tomorrow, but really it's going to be, I think, similar to today. I think the weather is going to be similar to today. It's going to be a little raining and... Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm a little bit surprised, too, that they didn't cancel the surgery. But then again, you know, last week, I think on Friday, they were forecasting the hurricane to hit the villages on Tuesday. And I thought for sure they had canceled my surgery, but now they're forecasting the hurricane to really impact the villages Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. So maybe that's the reason they did not cancel the surgery. This is now one of the infamous retention areas that I videoed during Hurricane Debbie. And during Hurricane Debbie, that was full of water. And now there's hardly any water in there. I want to document this. I might use this video later on. And after Hurricane Milton comes through here, I want to video these retention ponds after and do like a side-by-side comparison of how full they got. That's why I'm walking around in this area. This is also Arnold Palmer Golf Course here. They are repairing the greens and the sand traps. They spend a lot of money repairing these golf courses every year. That's a big part of your amenity budget, friends. So that amenity fee that went up to $195, and there is a economic escalator clause on it, meaning that every year they can raise the amenity fee based on the amount of the consumer price index. But generally the villages doesn't raise it every year. They raise it every other year, I come to learn. Contractually, they could raise your amenity fee every year, but they don't want to do that and create backlash, so they try to raise the amenity fees once every year of the year. So I drove past that golf course. They were working on it. Yes. Thank you. So here they're watering some of the common areas. We had about 1.5 inches of rain over the last 2 days on my rain gauge. So Sunday and Monday had 1.5 inches of rain. So this is watering the common areas in an effort to reduce the water levels of the retention ponds. You can see it's legal to walk on these multimodal paths. You can take a bike on them. They're actually renovating the Waterfront Hotel. I was there about a month ago, and I was going to do a video, and they're renovating the entire first floor. The reception area, there's a bar restaurant there. They're renovating the entire first floor. I'm not sure if it's finished yet, but it looked like a disaster area when I was there about a month ago. This is the retention pond that I videoed during Hurricane Debbie. And it was really full of water. Now it's not too bad. These palm trees have palm fronds that are loose. And the minute the wind blows a little bit, the palm fronds come falling down. I'm walking south on Buena Vista Boulevard. Balcony facing the lake, very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you for liking my videos and subscribing. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hello, how are you? So let me know in the comments below what kind of content you'd like to see. My Hurricane Milton content might be limited because I might not be feeling real well over the next few days. But if I feel good enough, I'm going to try to make videos. That is to be determined. It's getting pretty dark out here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to my live stream, my name is Tim. I live in the Villages, Florida, and I make videos about the villages. And we do have an impending hurricane coming. It's Hurricane Milton, due to make landfall in the Tampa area sometime on Wednesday afternoon. Usually after a big hurricane like this one, we're going to hear stories about sinkholes. I have a feeling I'm going to be making videos about sinkholes at the end of this week or early next week. You see they have the red flags, the yellow flags on the sand bunker over there. They are repairing them sand bunkers. And there are people out and about. They are on their golf carts. They are driving around. It's actually a really nice evening. The rain stopped a few hours ago, and it's warm. It's very little wind. Cody, yeah, it's taken a long time. And that's, I guess, friends, is something you should, the evening are great. That's something you should get used to when you move to the villages. When they say they're going to open a new restaurant or a new golf course or something is going to open, it usually takes a lot longer than they anticipate. Everybody, you should be aware. You should be aware that most of the activities in the villages are contracted out through local contractors, like mowing of the lawn, planting flowers. I was over at one of the recreation centers today, and I saw them planting new flowers today. I'm thinking, why are you putting new flowers in the day before a hurricane? But they were planting flowers. They were replacing flowers today at one of the rec centers. Again, it's all contracted out. They have a formal bidding process. It's like any city or county government. They do requests for proposals, requests for quotations. They get quotes from area contractors to perform all these services. You can see they're having problems with these. These sprinkler heads need to be replaced. Look at that. Looks like every one of them. They should not be doing that, friends. All of these sprinkler systems are in zones. One zone turns off, the next zone turns on. It operates just like your sprinkler system at your home. You'll have probably 3 or 4 zones that you're going to have to program. And the villages gives you a day and approximate times that you should run your sprinkler systems at home, because they don't want everybody in the villages to run their sprinklers at the same time. So different areas of the villages have different days of the week that they should water. And it's usually marked on your sprinkler system that's in the garage at your home. It's also one of the things you should get used to repairing if you don't want to pay somebody, because it costs a fortune to hire somebody to repair a sprinkler head. If you hire somebody to come to your house and repair a sprinkler head, it's going to cost a lot of money. I suggest you learn how to fix them yourself, because you're going to need to fix them at some point. They're basically made out of plastic and they wear out after a few years. Very good. We went to Dunkin' Donuts. My favorite donut at Dunkin' Donuts is the vanilla cream filled donut. I forgot what they call it. I don't think I've ever been to the Dunkin' Donuts in the villages yet, to be honest. There's one right up on 466, 5 minutes away. Yeah. If you buy a pre-existing home, chances are you're going to need to repair sprinkler heads, because a lot of people here actually leave their grass grow over their sprinkler heads. When I bought my pre-existing home, half of my sprinkler heads were buried under grass. I had to go around and try to find them, dig them out. And when I dug them out, they didn't work. I had to replace them. It's really easy to do. It's all PVC pipe. You just dig down and you unscrew it. It's just a plastic pipe. You unscrew it and you buy a new one over at Ace Hardware or somewhere, and you screw a new one in. It's actually very easy to do. But if you buy a pre-existing home, chances are some of those sprinkler heads are going to be buried and you won't be able to find them. But you can walk around on your lawn and kind of feel with your foot. You can kind of get an idea of where they should be, because they put them in a line, they put them in a row, and they put them about every, 15 feet. So that's what I had to do. I think the better part of the last 2 years I spent looking, finding, and replacing and repairing sprinkler heads. Are you allowed to put hurricane shutters up in the villages? That is a good question. I don't know that I've seen anybody with hurricane shutters. I am trying to see. I've done over 60 open house videos, and I don't recall seeing any one of those homes with hurricane shutters. Hello from Maui. How are you? I am not sure if you're allowed to put a hurricane shutter up. I don't know. I should investigate that. But I don't know. I'm not aware of anybody in the villages that has hurricane shutters. That's because the Villages is inland, and very rarely do we get a hurricane powerful enough to smash your window. But the one we're going to get in 2 days might be that hurricane. That might be powerful enough when it gets here. But 9 out of 10 hurricanes that come here are not that severe. I do appreciate it. Thanks for liking and subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. Does anybody know the time? What time is it? Must be around 7 o'clock. Will they allow you to board up your windows? That's another good question. I don't see anybody boarding their windows up. I'm not sure because they don't allow it. I think you could do it if you wanted to. I think you could board them up if you wanted to, but I have never seen anybody here in the Villages do that. Again, because 9 out of 10, yeah, in Hawaii. Yeah, I know there's a lot of, if I lived on the coastline here in Florida, they board their windows up for sure, and they have hurricane shutters. But because we're inland, we are, 1 hour inland from either coast. We're kind of like in the middle of the state. By the time the hurricanes get here, they're not so bad. But if you live on the coastline, yeah, you definitely have to do that. So we will see what this hurricane brings. It should be a pretty bad hurricane. It's going to be, I think, close to Irma, the strength of Irma. And it depends on the track. Nobody really knows where it's going to make landfall yet. If it makes landfall a little bit south of Tampa, then it shouldn't be so bad here in the Villages. If it makes landfall a little bit north of Tampa, then it could be pretty bad here. So nobody really knows where it's going to make landfall. And they won't know until probably Wednesday morning. They're still not going to know where it makes landfall. That's the other thing. Nobody knows where these hurricanes make landfall. They go all over the place. Hello, Kishin Hug. How do I say that? Aloha to you. Welcome. Welcome to the Villages in Florida, USA. I did get a message on my phone about 2 hours ago. When I was at the gym, I got a message. It doesn't take that strong of a wind to send a tree branch through a window. I wish you luck and safety, my friend. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, FMD. I did get a text message from the National Hurricane Service. We are officially in a hurricane warning. Here in the Villages, we are in an official hurricane warning. Up until this point, we were not in a hurricane warning, and the National Weather Service has now issued a hurricane warning for the Villages. So there you have it. There's a golf cart coming down the path right there. A weather radio. That's something, that's probably something. I was going to buy one when I lived west of Madison, because we got a lot of storms west of Madison, and everybody up there had a weather radio. It's probably not a bad idea. I do not have one. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep Wednesday night and Thursday, because the storm's going to hit Wednesday afternoon. So Wednesday night, I'm not going to sleep. Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. So I'm not going to sleep much on Wednesday night anyway, because the winds will be blowing and the house will be shaking and the rain will be coming down. So I don't think I'm going to need much of a weather radio for that. They do expect tornadoes. That's the other thing we really don't talk about much. These hurricanes do spin off tornadoes quite often. And I think the first year I was here, there was a tornado up in Ocala, Florida, 30 minutes north of here. Where are you, Cheryl? You're in Polk County, right? Cape Coral is pretty far away from me. Cape Coral is on the coastline. If I lived anywhere near the water, I would be evacuating for sure. But because I live inland here in the villages with great stormwater management, I'm just going to sit and hunker down and hope my roof doesn't blow off my house or a tree branch doesn't come through the window. Oh, you're in Maryland. Oh, I thought you were in Florida. Oh, welcome from Maryland. One of my followers is from Polk County, which is a little bit east of Tampa, Florida. If I lived in Polk County, I'd be nervous. Reinforce the garage door. Funny you mentioned garage door. My garage door is really, really heavy. Most of the garage doors here in Florida are hurricane-proof garage doors. The garage door that I have on my home, I can barely lift up. If I disengage it from the opener, I can barely lift it up. It's that heavy. Compared to the garage door I had in Wisconsin, it was really light. Close all the doors in each room of the house for the pressure. That's probably a good idea. That's a good idea. It's probably a good idea. I do appreciate you joining my live stream today. It is starting to get dark out. The sun sets over there, if you could see the sunset. But it's been rainy and cloudy for the last several days. Yeah, they are. No, I don't. A Jackery is a large battery pack. It's a good idea to have one. I'm waiting for my YouTube channel to be big enough that Jackery donates me when I know a lot of times Jackery donates a unit to the YouTuber, so they do a review on it. But no, a Jackery would be a great idea. I might consider getting a small generator someday. Yeah, portable power station, yes. Seth, what kind of content do I do? It's kind of a mixed bag. I live in the villages, so it's villages related content. About 30 or 40% of my content, I do open house videos. Houses that are for sale, I'll go in, I'll video them. It's about 30% of my content. The other 30% or the other 70% is topical content. If there's a new restaurant that opens up here in the villages, I'll do a restaurant review. If there's news, I do a lot of the news in the villages. If there's a sinkhole, I will go and video that. So I just do random stuff. I do read the newspaper, and whatever appeals to me in the newspaper, I will make a video of it. Today I made a video about what's going on at the grocery store. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. So today's video is getting a lot of views. Is I went to the grocery store and videoed some of the shelves to see what items are out of stock. Garage door braces. Yeah. Yeah, this is like a 1 in 100 year type of hurricane that's coming. Home Depot has them. Your garage door quickly by installing reinforced garage door braces. Interesting. My garage door actually faces north. And the winds, depending on where the hurricane comes, the winds are predicted to come from actually the east or the south, at least for this hurricane. Good night. Have a good night, Tammy. Yeah, that's the whole reason, Mom, that I am doing these videos. I want people to feel like they're living here. I really don't want to be doing studio videos. I don't want to be sitting in a living room and talking about something. I think I wanted to bring you content. I'd be like your field reporter. You have to disengage the garage door with a little red ripcord. You disengage it and then you lift it up manually. Yes, it's the cord that dangles down. If you pull that cord that dangles down, you just give it a yank, it'll disengage your garage door opener, and then your garage door will open freely manually. That is how it works. Yes, my garage door is Hurricane garage door here in the Villages. It's really heavy. I'm getting messages that my battery level is low. I'm going to run out of battery, friends. I'm going to need to end my live. So if I disappear off this live, it's because my battery went dead. But I want to thank everyone for watching my videos. Thank you, Jeffrey, that we have not moved to you. So the information. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, it's too heavy. Yeah, thank you, Seth. Take care, everyone. I appreciate it. If I feel good, I am having surgery tomorrow. If I feel good enough, I will live stream. If I'm not feeling good, I will not live stream. Depends on how I feel after my surgery. I would like to. I definitely would like to. You're welcome. I really want to, but my surgery and this hurricane just lined up that it might prevent me from doing a live stream. It is what it is. But I appreciate you watching my videos and liking and commenting. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. Kish hug. You're welcome. I think I'm going to end my live stream, friends. I do appreciate it. Take care. Yvette, we're here in the village of Marsh Bend. Oh, you're in the southern part. Stay safe. Good luck. Always. Oh, anyway, to post this. I thought about postponing it, but I just want to get it behind me. I want to get it done. It's been looming over my head for several months, and I just don't want to postpone it. I'll be honest with you. I just want to get it done, so I can start healing and moving on with life. I do appreciate you guys for watching my videos and commenting, though. All right. You too, Christine. Thank you. I appreciate it, Christine.